Bok choy and mushroom soup is the kind of meal that feels like a quiet hug for your body. It's gentle, soothing, and effortlessly nourishing, perfect for when you want something light but still deeply satisfying. There's nothing loud about this soup, yet every ingredient speaks with clarity. It's simple in the best way possible, made with just a few wholesome components that come together to create something beautiful and balanced. It feels like wellness in a bowl, and from the first warm sip, you know your body is receiving something good. To begin, choose your mushrooms with care. Shiitake mushrooms bring a deep, umami richness that unfolds as they simmer, while oyster mushrooms give a softer, more delicate tone. Even simple button mushrooms work wonderfully, especially when sliced thin to release their flavor fully into the broth. The mushrooms are what give the soup its body. They add a subtle earthiness that anchors everything without being heavy or overpowering. If you have access to dried mushrooms, even better. Rehydrate them in warm water and use that soaking liquid as part of your broth for an even deeper flavor. Bok choy, fresh and green, is the soul of the soup. Choose crisp stalks with vibrant leaves. Baby bok choy is especially tender and works beautifully. The contrast of textures between the firm, juicy stems and the soft, leafy tops creates a gentle rhythm in every spoonful. When you add them to the soup, they wilt slightly but retain their brightness, their natural sweetness and slight bitterness shining through. It's this mix of clean, mineral-rich greens and savory mushrooms that gives the soup its quiet strength. Start by gently heating a bit of sesame oil or neutral oil in a pot. Add thin slices of garlic and a few pieces of ginger to awaken the flavor base. Not too much, just enough to perfume the broth with a soft warmth. Let them sizzle lightly, not burn, and then add your mushrooms. Stir them gently, letting them release their moisture and deepen in flavor. After a few minutes, add your broth, vegetable stock, mushroom broth, or even just plain water if you're keeping it extra light. If you use dried mushrooms earlier, this is the moment to pour in that rehydrating liquid, straining out any grit. Bring everything to a soft simmer. Taste and begin to season gradually, perhaps a splash of soy sauce for umami, a pinch of salt, or a touch of white pepper to lift the flavor. You're not looking to overwhelm anything, just to bring out what's already there. Once the broth is warm and the mushrooms tender, it's time to add the bok choy. Don't overcook it. Let it soften just enough to become supple, but still hold its color and crispness. That moment when the leaves darken and the stems turn slightly translucent is when everything is just right. Serve the soup steaming hot, with a sprinkle of green onions or a few drops of sesame oil if you like a finishing note of richness. A dash of chili flakes or crushed garlic and vinegar can offer a quiet zing if you're craving something livelier. You can pair the soup with steamed rice for a fuller meal or sip it on its own as a calming reset between heavier dishes. It's light, yes, but it never leaves you empty. Instead, it fills you in a quiet, peaceful way. What makes bok choy and mushroom soup so special is how clean and restorative it feels. It's the kind of dish that nourishes without asking for anything in return. Full of vitamins, minerals, and hydration, it's gentle on the stomach and supportive for the immune system. After a bowl, you feel lighter, clearer, and more centered, as if your body and mind just had a moment to pause and exhale. And the experience of making it is just as calming as eating it. Washing the bok choy, slicing the mushrooms, listening to the soft bubbling of the broth. It's a small ritual of care. There's no rush here. It's a soup that invites you to slow down, to appreciate the beauty of simple ingredients prepared with intention. You taste the quiet in it, the thoughtfulness. And when you share it with someone else, you're not just giving them a meal, you're offering them a moment of calm, of restoration, of something good and kind. This soup is not fancy, and it doesn't need to be. It's everyday magic, rooted in nature, humble, but full of grace. It reminds you that nourishment doesn't have to be complicated to be meaningful. Sometimes, all you need is a warm bowl of bok choy and mushrooms, a spoon, and a quiet moment to enjoy it fully.